Om Shanti. Greetings from Malaysia, Asia Retreat Center, Malaysia. It is evening here. It's 4 o'clock Malaysian time. The last time we met was Sunday, but that was in June. Now we are already in July, isn't it? Today is 3rd of July. So congratulations, you survived June, and now you have moved on to July. As you know that if you are picking up anything new, you need a lot of practice. Practice only can make it perfect, and you all are practicing very well. And together with practice, you need a lot of patience. Patience is also needed. And together with patience, you also need persistence. And the 3 P's are needed for any new course or any things you embark on in your life. So it is good that you have survived your June, and now in July, 3rd July, and I know that today you're going to cover advanced video editing, or advanced video editing, YouTube, and brochures design. So it's interesting. You're going to advance some more. That means whatever you know, you're going to further your knowledge. Because this is July, this is also a month where we remember Didi Manmohini. One of the specialties about Didi Manmohini and Dadi Prakash Mani, of course, remembering both of them also, because they used to say that the cooperations and the teamwork and the harmonizing of sanskars between the both great souls are such that they used to say 2 bodies, 1 soul. Didi Manmohini and Dadi Prakash Mani ji, 2 bodies, 1 soul, because they have that level of cooperations and harmonizing of sanskars were there. And I think it's necessary because they are administrative heads. Everybody is observing you. So likewise, in our context also, the expectation will be very high because we are attending this course. And of course, now we are learning some skills to deliver it into Baba's service. And today Baba said that you're holding a conch shell anyway, which is a symbol of service. So this, whatever we learn here is going to help us in our service, no doubt about it. So welcome back. And today is 3rd July. Happy learning. And our coach, Brother Nanda, is now ready. So over to you, Brother Nanda. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, everybody. Good to have you back. Okay, so let's get started today. I hope you can hear me. Okay. Okay. Okay, so today we are going to learn quite a lot of things. Hopefully I can cover. So I'm going to show you those things today. Okay, so today's 3rd. Let's move on. I think we have been together for, I think, about 5 to 6 weeks. Okay, so 5 to 6 weeks we have been together on every Saturdays and Sundays. Let's proceed. What is today's objectives? What are we learning? So today's objective is I would like to touch a little bit more on PowerPoint and Paint. Do you have Paint in your PC? So if you have, make sure you know where it is. Just open it or keep it somewhere, because I'm going to show you a little bit about Paint and the usefulness of this software, Paint. So we're going to learn a little bit more of PowerPoint. The reason is because many of us are now going into 7 days online courses, meditation courses, online meditation courses. And so what happens is we put up maybe a soul picture or Shiv Baba's picture or the cycle or the tree. And then that picture we put up in the PowerPoint slide. And then we start talking for about, say, 20 minutes, 30 minutes on the same picture. But you must remember, online teaching doesn't work like that. Or online teaching or meditation or anything doesn't work like that because people cannot concentrate. The concentration is very poor. So I just want to show you a few things. All right, so that's on. And then we're going to learn more on Canva. There's been a lot of questions, and many of you are sending me those flyers with videos and all. So I can see a lot of gaps or certain weaknesses which we must close. So I'm going to show you that and a few more advanced stuffs. Also, I've been thinking that we all should learn how to create a QR code, and then put into our flyers, because that is very easy. Instead of clicking, we can use QR code to send anything. We can send image. We can ask them to go to a Google form. All right. We can ask them to go to a Google form. We can even put music inside. So I want to show you all those things and then try to put inside the brochure or the video or wherever. So people can scan and register or come for the courses. Then number two, I also have been thinking about that everybody should have a proper FB page set up. Because currently what you're doing, most of you are just posting in your FB, whatever news. But that is not enough. So I need to show you that, so at least we can do more service. And then there's Filmora, a little bit more on Filmora part 2. Okay. And there's been some questions also. I hope you have downloaded and installed it. Okay. So in case you've been having problem, you can always tell me or ask somebody around who knows it. Also, I need to highlight to you Instagram IGTV or Instagram TV, which is quite useful. So I want to link this and Filmora today, all right, and show you how it can be done. And then we also have YouTube marketing, all right? We also have YouTube marketing, which I need to tell you how it works, okay? And these are the 7 things which I need to cover in order to close the gaps of whatever we have been learning for the last 6-7 weeks, okay? All right, let's proceed. So the first thing I want to show you today is, let's proceed, yeah? Okay. I think I've shown you this, okay? I've shown you this, but today I want to show it to you in a different way, right? I want to show it to you in a different way. Okay, hang on, okay. Now, this person I've shown you before was how to remove the background. You know that, correct? You know that. You know how to remove the background. Okay, but I want to show you a little bit more. Okay, there's 2 ways to remove the background. Number 1 is to use PowerPoint, but number 2, you can also use the Paint. Just give me a minute. Okay, number 2, you can also use the Paint. So I'm going to also show you how to use the Paint. Okay, so now let's take a look. First, I'm going to show you the PowerPoint, which I've showed you before, but let's go a bit more. So this is the PowerPoint. This is the picture of the person, the girl here. So I'm going to click format, correct. Now go to remove background, you know this. This feature is also available in PowerPoint 2013. So this PowerPoint I'm using is 2019. It's a bit older, newer, but 2013 can also be used. Then I'm going to mark the area I want to keep, correct? You know this. So all the hands. I hope you're doing this. Okay, all right. So I'm going to mark this person here. Okay, done. All right, can you see? I'm also going to mark this person here, down here. Okay, done. I think more or less done. Okay, okay, all done, correct? So this finger here a little bit, okay, mark it here, and this finger also marked. Okay, so you should try this, okay, you should try this. And then once I've done this, I'm going to keep changes, and so it's lost, correct? Now what I want you to do is, I want you to do a little bit more touch up. Now this picture here, click the picture, and then go to picture effects. Now, some of you already know all this, but I'm just showing you because there are many who do not know. And this will be useful, especially if you're going to create many pictures for your online meditation courses. Okay. Now, again, why am I showing you this? Because you see, some of you will put the soul picture and then just talk. But that is not the correct way because people cannot pay attention. That one soul picture must be broken into smaller 10 parts, 10 more slides. So how will you do it? Can you see? So you need to have one picture like this showing the soul here. Then another slide will show something else. Another slide will show something else. That means one big soul picture with that motor car and that body, the skeleton, which normally you use, will have to be broken into 10 parts. Because the concentration of people changes every 8 seconds. If you're talking about one point, they can only focus for 8 seconds. After that, it will wander. Okay, the danger of teaching it now, the difficulty in teaching online is you have no idea whether the other person is listening or they are doing something else. So therefore, the attention is not there. So therefore, your slides must be changing quite often to catch their attention. Okay, all right, now next part. So what I'm going to do is, now, I want to show you this first. Now look at this, okay. I'm going to put a background here. I'm going to put a background here. All right, see this? Okay, this is a blue background. And then I'm going to send this behind, backward. All right, can you see this? Can you see this? So this is a picture which doesn't have background. Correct? So this is good. Now this format of picture is called as PNG. PNG. All right? PNG. Now if I click on this girl here and right click, and then save as picture. Can you see save as picture? If I click save as picture. Now can you see here? It is telling you it's a PNG. So I can save this girl here as PNG, or I can save it as JPEG. Can you see JPEG? JPEG. Now, what is the difference? Because when you're using pictures in Canva and so on, then this is important. Now, if you don't want the background, then you have to save it as PNG. But let's say if I save it as JPEG, all right, or JPG, doesn't matter, all right. Now what will happen is this part here, let's remove this. This part here will appear now to be white in JPEG. You get it? That means if you save it wrongly, the background will be white in JPEG. But let's say if you don't want this even background white, then it is called as PNG. All right. So when you're saving a picture, that means after doing this, when you right click and when you save it, if you think you want the background as white, then you choose JPEG. But let's see, if you don't want the background, then you must choose PNG. Okay. So if not, it'll be very difficult, especially when you're saving Baba's logo. So when you save Baba's logo, many of you keep telling that the white background is behind. I'm not sure. I think many of you have experienced this. The background of Baba's logo is white. So when you put it on a dark background, it looks white. So it doesn't look nice. So the background is white. The Baba's logo is white behind, but it's on a black background or darker background, which means it's going to show like a square. So that's because Baba's logo has been saved as JPEG, JPG or JPEG. So if you don't want the background, then you must save it as PNG. Are you okay? All right. Okay. So make sure you're clear about that. The next part, let's say you want to give a soft touch to this because this girl's hand is rough things. So what do? You go to shape effect, soft edges. all right, soft edges, and then can you see, you can actually make the girl disappear or slightly softer. So in this way, you'll have a softer image. So this might look more natural. All right. So when you're making photos or what, this is useful. Now what you do, you right click and then you save this picture, keep it in your image folder, and later you can upload into your Canva. Are you okay? All right. So this is what the first thing I want to show you, the difference between a PNG image and a JPEG image. All right. Take note when you're saving pictures. Do you know how to save this? Right click, save as picture. That's it. All right. Okay, good. Next, let's proceed furthermore. Now, when you're doing some nice pictures or in Canva or posters or even video slides, because some videos are slides. So it's very important that we join certain photos. All right, we join certain photos and then make it like a group of photos telling a particular story. So I'm going to show that to you. All right, just watch. I'm going to show that to you now. Let's take a look. Now, this girl here, what I'm going to do is I am going to do soft edges, all right, just like this now. But I don't want to remove the background completely. So another way of doing it is, okay, there's two ways of doing it. Watch. I'm going to take this thing. Can you see this? What is this? This is like a small worm, like a line, all right, like a scribble line. Can you see? It's a scribbler. It's a scribble. I'm going to click on that, all right, and I'm going to do like this. Watch. I'm going to just draw, and draw it like that. You see that? There's a line here. And then I'm going to fill it up with white color. Can you see that? And then I'm going to click soft edges. All right, soft edges. Where's the soft edges? Can you see? Now what happens? So let me make this bigger, make this bigger, make this bigger. This is another way of how you can create soft edges. Can you see that? So it looks a bit natural. So this is the photo which I want to combine later. See, rather than taking off everything, I want this part because I want to show a little bit of background, but I only want these soft edges to arrive. Can you see that? So this is one method which you can actually use. Then what you do, you just click on it, click anywhere, one of it. Control A means, that means you're clicking on this, and let's remove this. Okay. You're clicking on this part. Remember, this part is the white part, and then the photos here. I'm going to Control A, which means everything. Then you can just Control G. Control G means group it, and it becomes one. Now you can just move it anywhere you like. So now you can have one photo here. Now I'm going to take another photo. Okay, and then I'm going to overlap another photo here. Let's take a look. All right, I'm going to go back here. Next one. Next, today I'm talking about depression and violence against women especially, all right? So let's say I don't want this. Let's say I want to remove the background, but not everything. I'm going to remove the background. Okay, so I'm going to mark certain areas. I want this part. I also want this part. I want this part. I want this part. Okay, like this. Okay, that's it. Okay, keep changes. Okay, so I'm taking this. All right, and I'm going to do a shape effect, soft edges. All right, soft edges. You can do that, soft edges. Okay, but still it looks a bit square. Okay, now I'm going to show it to you again. Now, let's say you don't like this because it looks a bit square. So what do? All right, so I'm going to show you another technique. All these are just techniques you have to modify and use it accordingly. Now go to the shape, all right? Take a circle, all right? Take a circle or any scribbler also is fine. Take a circle is fine. Click the circle, all right? Make it slightly bigger, okay. Now make it white, shape effect, soft edges, I'm going to make it soft. It's disappeared. Now bring it close. Can you see? This is just like Photoshop's eraser. In Photoshop, we have eraser which we can actually erase. So then you copy this, Control C, and then paste again. Move it little bit here, move it little bit here. You can actually create an eraser effect in PowerPoint. Can you see? So if you want, pull it a bit more. All right, can you see that? So in this way, you can erase certain parts, small parts, okay, and keep whatever parts that you want. Can you see that? So this is another useful technique if you want to like erase certain parts. Like example, this part is a bit sharp. This part is a bit sharp. So I'm going to copy this thing. Copy, Control C, Control V, and then pull one up here, and then turn it a bit, Can you see? In that way, I have just closed it. So why am I teaching you this? Because many of you may not be able to learn Photoshop and all those things. So maybe you can learn simple techniques of erasing. That's all right. So I'm just showing you. Use it as appropriate where it's possible. Okay, done. Can you see? Okay. So now you highlight everything. Can you see? There's so many small boxes here. Highlight everything, and then group it. Control G. Control G. This is one picture. This is one picture. So I'm going to copy this now. I'm going to copy this now. Copy. Copy. I'm going to go back to my previous slide. Okay, and then I'm going to paste it here. Control V. Paste. See what happens. Now, this picture is now in front of this girl. So I'm going to send it behind, send backward. All right. There's two backward already. All right. So again, all right, let's send this backward. Okay, sorry again. Okay. Let's undo. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's make this a bit small. Okay. Now let's put it here. Okay, good. Okay, so now let's ungroup this for a while. I want to adjust this thing. Okay, make it smaller or whatever. All right. Okay, something like this. Okay, done. Okay, now that means now I've got two photos which is telling a story. Now I can also have a third photo and fourth photo and fifth photo. Let's try one more. Okay, let's try one more. All right. So let's go for this person here. I'm going to remove this person again, the background. All right. So let's remove. I want to keep certain parts. All right. Keep all these parts. Okay. And keep these parts. Okay. Good enough. Keep changes. All right. So I'm going to soften her face, picture effect, soft image. All right. You can soften some more. All right. Good. Take this person. Let's control, copy it, and then go back to the picture just now. Put this picture here. All right. I've got three pictures, which is telling a different story. Okay. Now done. Okay. You can put more pictures, but I'm just showing you how you can actually do it. Okay. Right? Okay. So now let's group everything together. Let's group everything together. Let's group everything together. So it becomes one piece. Now what do? You can actually control, save this picture as whatever you want. Okay. Now all this is a bit rough, so please adjust it. Now what you can do, there's one more thing you can actually do. I'm going to take something else here. I'm going to take the scribbler here, and I'm going to scribble like this. I'm going to scribble it like this. Okay. Okay. Close the gap. And then I'm going to put like orange. And then I'm going to have a shape effect, orange, and then shape effect again. Go to soft edges, go for the smallest, and then send it right back. Done. So now you have a background color of maybe orange somewhere. If you want, you can also change these colors, all right? But this gives you a different impact. That means there's some white here. If you want to move it, that's fine, okay? All right. So this is how you can actually play around, and this whole thing is now an image. So you right click, You save it as picture. Save it. In this case, we can save it as a JPEG. That's fine. All right. And then you can then use this kind of pictures, your own made pictures. Can you see? You have now created your own pictures like this. And then you can put in your brochures or whatever. Are you okay? So this is what I wanted to show you. So hopefully you're okay with this. All right. If you have any questions, ask me, please. All right. If not, I'll just move on a bit. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So somebody's asking if we save in PNG format, what will happen? It's just that the background will not be there, so you can overlap things easily. All right. It's a background will be transparent. That's what. Okay. Okay. Somebody is asking, why am I not seeing Acrobat? You don't have Acrobat in your PowerPoint because you need to install PDF, Adobe Acrobat. Now, the function of Acrobat here is, if you have Acrobat, I can change all my PowerPoint directly into PDF because I have Acrobat. Okay, so if you have not installed Acrobat, then you won't have this function. All right, okay, Acrobat is a very useful function. Okay, let's proceed further a little bit more. Now let's take a look at this, another one. Okay. Sorry, just give me a moment. Okay. Right, okay. Now let's say you have this thing, and again you want to create a soft edge because this looks like a square. As I told you, you can actually soften it. You can soften it. Yeah, soften it. But when you soften it, it's going to look square. But let's say you don't want the square effect. You want a classic effect where you want some like broken, like some uneven surface. Can you see? I've now just taken my pencil again, and then I'm just drawing here. Can you see that? All right. So again, I'm going to put a white color. Can you see a white color has appeared? And then I'm going to put a soft edge here. Okay. Can you see? It became a something like a rough area. Okay, so this is just to give you a more classic look. You see, you just adjust it a little bit. It looks like a classic look rather than having square all the time. You see, these are just tricks. But make sure after that, you must highlight the whole thing, everything, group it together, then save it. All right, then save as picture. Here you can save as what do you call PNG or JPEG, it doesn't matter. It all depends on what uses it. Okay. Okay. You okay? So this is a very useful technique if you want like some soft edges, but you don't want the others disturbed, only one side. Because this one given here, where's that? If you highlight this, this shape effect, soft edges will do soft for everything. But let's say you don't want for every part, you only want for a small part, then you do this technique. Are you okay? You're right? Good. I hope you're okay. Okay, so any question, let me know, yeah? Okay, good. Next part, let's proceed a little bit more. Now here I have QR codes, which I want to show you, but I want you to test it out first because it's very useful, all right? What I want you to do is, I've got 3 QR codes here. Could you just one by one use your phone directly onto the screen, scan number 1, number 2, number 3 separately, and see whether it's working. How do you scan? Some of you, if you don't know, I think most of you, if you just open your camera and put in front, just open your camera and put in front, it should scan automatically. If it doesn't scan, then you probably need a QR code scanner app. Download from Google Play or Apple Store or somewhere. But your phone should automatically scan it. So the first one, if you scan, it is taking you to my Google form. I think so. Please make sure it's working. All right. See, it's useful, which means you don't have to put a click or a, what do you call, a link anymore. you can just use this. Even if it's very small, it will still scan it. Now, please scan the second one. Where does it take you? And what is in the third one? Can you please tell me? The second one should be Mama's photo, if you're getting it right. Okay. And the third one should be a song, a music or a song. Can you see? So I've put three things. Either you can put a document inside, which is very useful because it saves a lot of space. And it's very useful to put on FB. You know why? Because when people see, they just take their phone and scan it if they're on your PC. All right. But if they're not on the PC, then they're looking at their mobile, they can't scan. So that's the only difficulty here. But if you're looking at a PC here, it's very easy to scan it. All right. I think most of you already know this, but I'm just introducing this because some of you feel this is like very tough. All right. For some of you who are not used to this. Okay. All right. Okay. So did you see the correct things? I think everybody, Google form, Mama. Yes. And the third one is, third one should give you, what is the third one? I can't remember. Okay. Mama and one more. Third is the audio song. Correct. Thank you. So perfect. So now we must learn how to create this. All right. Those who know, it's okay. But those who don't know, it's very useful. Let's try to learn this stuff. Okay. All right. You can actually use it in almost everywhere. Okay. Excellent. I'm going to stop this share and I'm going to go into my Canva now. Okay. All right. So let's stop this and go into Canva. Okay. All right. I hope you're seeing my Google. Yeah, okay. You're seeing my Google. Right. Good. So let's go into, okay, I'm going to take you to my QR code generator first. Let me click here. All right. This is already I've done for you, but let's try again. Okay. So I'm going to type QR code. Do I have one? QR code generator. There are many free ones. All right, use it whilst you can. Okay, so there's one here which looks free. Okay, and there's no virus already scanned by McAfee, so it's thick, so it's good. All right, so I'm going to click this, and it's opening. Okay, good. Very simple. Can you see that? Very simple. All right. Now look at that. You need to paste your link here. Example, I'm going to paste my maybe website. All right. Okay. Because just now I did the Google form, so it won't allow me. The same link you can't paste 2 times because it will tell you you've already done it. Okay. So I'm going to put my website. So let's go into my website. Okay. So that's my website link. Okay. So can you see? So I don't want people to see this anymore. I just want to show people that QR code. So what I'm going to do is I want to create a link. I want to create a link. Can you see that? I want to create a link. So now what I do is I generate a code. All right. Could you now just scan this and tell me where it leads you? Is it leading you somewhere? I hope it goes to my my website. Hopefully, let's try and see. Does it? Okay. Please say yes. Visit site. Okay, where is it taking me? Sorry, it's taking you somewhere else. Okay. Okay. It doesn't seem to be taking you to my website. Is there a mistake here? Doesn't matter. Okay. But it should. It should. Something's not right here. Okay. Okay. Let's try something else. Um, let's say I want YouTube. Okay, hang on. Yeah. Let me open YouTube first. Okay. I am going to open YouTube now. Okay. YouTube. All right. And I'm going to go to my channel. All right. My channel. Okay, you're in my channel. All right, so this is my channel. All right, so I'm going to take this. Let's try this. Okay, Control C, and then I'm going to go back to my QR generator here. All right, so let's erase this stuff. Let's delete. Let's refresh first. Refresh, because you need to get this out. This out. So refresh. All right. Let's put the YouTube. Okay, looks logical. And then I'm going to generate a code. Okay, there, clear. So this is actually a YouTube. Can you see? So therefore, you don't have to copy this link anymore. You just copy this image, copy image. Can you see? Copy the image and then paste it anywhere you like, or save the image, save this image, copy the image and put it on any of your posters or whatever. And when people actually scan it, they will automatically go to your YouTube site. Can you see that? So this is useful, all right? Okay. Now, let's refresh again. Let's refresh again. Okay. Now, supposing you want to put a picture, like Mama's picture just now. So you click here, JPG. Can you see? Or if your picture is a PNG means what? There's no background, only the person's photo. So depend on what you want to upload. So JPEG, then click here. So what's your image? Let's upload the image, upload file. So let's say I'm going to put, okay, I'm going to click. All right, hang on. Now let me choose one picture. Okay. I'm going to put Sister Shivani's picture. You can't see. Okay, Sister Shivani's picture is here. Can you see? All right. So I'm going to put Sister Shivani's picture into the QR code. So I'm going to click Generate Code. Okay. Can you please scan this? Is it Sister Shivani's one? Because I can't do it. Can you just tell me whether it's working? All right. If it works, do you get Sister Shivani's photo? Synergy issue coding is correct. Okay. All right. Okay. Can you please scan this and tell me that Sister Shivani's photo has come out? Somebody just typed to me. Yes, thank you. Fantastic. This is very useful, see, which means you can put so many documents and you don't even have to email already. Put everything here and just send this code, and then people will just click it and it's in their phone already. It is so useful. In fact, we can even use this as a marketing tool in WhatsApp. So I leave that to you to think about this, all right? Think about it, be creative, and so on, all right? So last one, let's try one audio, all right? Let's try audio. So because I just want to make sure everything works. Okay, let's refresh first. Always must refresh. Now go to your audio, all right? Okay, upload. Let's choose some music. What music do I have? All right, music. I'm going to choose one music. Let's put one music here. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Something small. If it's too big, sometimes it won't accept. So I've already uploaded. Can you see? The music is called Wolf Moon. All right. So uploaded already. So I'm going to generate a code. All right. All right. Once the code comes out, please test and see whether the music plays or not. Okay. Please test and see. Does it work? Does it work? Please tell me. Is there a music there? Sometimes it is showing you an ad, correct? So some people it is showing an ad, probably because it's a free version. Okay, but doesn't matter. What we want is now once you copy this image, then after that there's no more ad. The ad is only here because that's how they are supporting this website through the ads. Okay, all right. So I hope you're okay with this. So this is how we generate QR code. Very useful. I would like you to actually try this out. Put up a brochure in FB, and then in that brochure, I want you to put a small QR code, and then test out. Let's say people are testing or not. Okay, you can also put your Google document here for registration purpose and then see whether it works out. All this you need to test it out first. Okay, fantastic. I hope you're okay with this. All right, so let's move on further. Yeah, okay, so now you're clear. This website is called meqr.com. Okay, meqr.com. There are many. You don't have to follow this only. Choose whichever that works for you. Okay, meqr. Okay, so I'm going to close this and I'm going to close this. I'm going to go to my Canva. Okay. I'm going back to my Canva now again because the product of flyer that you are giving me is still not uh, excellent or not good. That means your positioning, your color, your text sizes, your padding, they're all somehow maybe you're not able to adjust it well, or maybe you're not understanding some things. Okay. All right. So let me just take you through. Okay. Now, let me take you through this. Now, this is a brochure which I did. This brochure looks too colorful, and I also don't so like it, all right, because it's too much color, but some of you might like it, all right. There are two kinds of people. Some, I think the Westerners like something more subtle, but the Asians prefer more colorful stuffs. I think so. I might be wrong. Okay, doesn't matter. Now I've done this. This is a program by Emotional Immunity Ken or Donald Ken, brother Ken's. So there are a lot of things here which I want to show you, and especially a few new stuffs. Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some new stuffs. Let's start from page 2. Okay, start from page 2. Okay. Now, but later I'm going to show you there are some things we want to correct from here. Okay, we want to make some corrections here. All right. So now let's do this. Number one, first of all, I've not taught you how to create a line. A line. How do you create a line? If your Canva is open, please, I mean, if you're using Canva, open it and you can do it together with me. How do you create a line? To create a line, you must type, just press L. Can you see? The line appeared. Can you see? So if you want a line, then you go up here. You can actually adjust the size of the line, the thickness of the line, or you can go up to 1. Okay, can you see that? So this is how. And then you can adjust arrows. If you want an arrow, yes, all right. Because sometimes you want to mark something. You want to create an arrow, all right? Can you see? You want to point at something. That's also possible. I'm showing you this maybe because it might be useful. I've not shown you yet. Okay, all right. So this is how you create a line. How you create a line? Press L. L. See the line comes up. Okay, all right. So that's the first thing which I want you to know. All right, let's erase this. Another way is press R. R. What is R? If you press R, you'll get a rectangle. Now, see what I'm doing? So you can actually adjust the rectangle and also create a line like this. Can you see? So this is two ways, very useful. All right, but this is a rectangle. All right, okay. You move this. Okay, all right. Okay, so I'll leave that to you. Okay, so that's how you create a rectangle. All right. So rectangle can be adjusted as you like. Okay. Now, when you paste text, words, letters, when you paste text, don't paste it openly. Then it becomes very difficult to adjust. You can actually paste it in a box. Okay, like a rectangle like this. Okay, so now you know how to make a line and a rectangle. I'll leave that to you. Now, the next thing I would like you to actually use, which hardly people are using in all the works that you've been sending, is this thing on the corner here below. Can you see background? Background is very useful because they have many types of colors. They're very useful. And once you click a background, the whole thing cannot be moved, but you can put things on top. So if you want a background, okay, if you want a background, let's say like this, but make sure you choose free ones, or like this, okay. Okay, can you see? Then on top of that, wording can come, but you can't adjust it. Remember, a background cannot be adjusted. So this is quite useful if you want. All right, okay. So that's the background. Okay. And a background can actually have a photo in it. So let's say I put, okay. So you can, see? All right, can you see it goes inside nicely? Okay, so this is how we do it. Okay, let's delete the background. Okay, the photo still goes in. So in this case, the photo is the background, but just now was the colors the background. So I would like you to use this library of what do you call backgrounds, okay, to design whatever you want. So it's quite useful. All right. So play around with it. So that is under background. Okay. Now next I want to show you is let's look at some text. Okay, I'm going to show you some text. Um, let's put a background first. Let's make a background which is black color. Okay, something like this. And then I'm going to have a text. I'm going to have a text. Let's have heading. All right. So let's put emotional immunity. So that's my topic today. Emotional immunity. Okay. This is the topic. All right. So it's going to be like this. Maybe not, wait, huh? Maybe let me put a background which is lighter color first. All right. Okay. All right. Watch this. Okay. So I'm going to go for effects. Effects. Can you see effects? Effects. Click effects. Effects here. All right. This is very useful. Now, because if you notice here, this is white, and then the background here is also a bit light. Sometimes you can't see clearly. Now, remember, many of you are sending brochures which the text and background has got no contrast. Contrast means what? There must be clear difference, if possible, because there are many older people who cannot read. They need to strain their eyes. All right, young people doesn't matter, but remember the programs are attended by also older people, which means you must think from the viewer's point of view. So therefore, you must make sure there's always a contrast. If you put down here, you see it's very bright, it's clear. But when you put up, this sometimes some people are colorblind, cannot see. Can you see that? So therefore, you must make sure the effect. All right. I want you to look at this lift. Lift means what? It takes it out brighter, clearer. So I'm going to click this, and then I'm going to increase the intensity. All right. Please watch how it works. All right. I'm going to increase the intensity. Can you see? Can you see the changes? When I move, it became slightly darker. It became better. All right, let's go to effects again. Okay, so 100% here. This is the 100% I'm moving. Okay, so there is a slight darkening behind like a shadow. So this kind of stuff is very useful, especially if you want to play with the contrast. Now, can you see the clear difference? It stands out. Okay, so you can play around with all of this. Okay, and make sure that the wording is clear. Now, next part. Sometimes your letters are too close, also not nice to read. Now, I'm telling you all this, these are called the finer points of designing. So what do? You go to this part here, beside the effects, click. You need to space out the letter. Can you see? The letter can go further or nearer. All right. Space out a little bit if you want to, how much you want to. Then, sorry, again. Line spacing. What's the meaning of line spacing? Line spacing means you see between the emotional and the immunity, there's a lot of gap. Maybe you don't want the gap, too much gap. So what I want to do is I want to reduce the gap. Can you see? It went too close. All right. So this is called adjusting the gap. Let's give some gap. Maybe this looks nicer, or maybe slightly more bigger. Okay, so I leave that to you. Can you see that? Okay. Now, sometimes lettering which is too big is also not nice to read. So you must make sure you adjust it properly. After adjusting, you must make sure you put it at the right place, move it properly, put it in the right place, and arrangement must be good. There must be padding here and padding here. Padding means space. All right. Give proper space here, proper space here. Now, most people on earth are symmetrical thinker, symmetrical. They are not artists. They like things to be very symmetrical. That means arrangement, middle. You see the space here and space here must be equal. It's called symmetry. All right. Only artists think slightly different. Okay. But now we are catering for most people. So maybe symmetrical might be useful unless you're promoting something very artistic and very creative. So can you see I have put this stuff here. So this is how you play with text. Are you okay? Good. Now, let's take a short break. Let's have some Baba's remembrance. All right. Baba's remembrance first, and then we'll come back to this. Okay. All right. Om Shanti. Let's take a break.
धूप में कभी छाँव बनकर, लहरों में कभी नाव बनकर, धूप में कभी छाँव बनकर.
Okay, good. Let's get back. Today, Baba said, keep Baba alone and nothing will pull you down, isn't it? Okay. So let's move on with that. Okay, let's take a look at the chat. Okay. All right. Somebody's asking, maybe the PowerPoint of 2007 version is a bit old. Some features may not be there. So let me see whether I can get some newer features and post it to you. Okay. All right. So okay, let's proceed a little bit more. Now the next thing I want to show you is let's go to a photo maybe. All right. Let me just take a flower. Okay. I'm typing a flower. Okay. So I'm going to take this background out. Okay. So can you see this? This is the shadow behind. All right. So now I'm going to take a flower. Let's take a nice flower. Okay. Let's take this flower. This flower looks good. Okay. So I'm going to erase this thing. Okay. So we have a flower here. And then if you go to elements, not elements, if you click the flower and then go to effects. Okay, the effects, all right. So some of the effects, as I've told you before, you need to click to get it, all right. So most of it may not be clicked, may not be installed yet. So if you want all this, just click and install it. So it will all be available for you. Okay, all right. Okay, good. So now let's take a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a shadow here. All right, let's put a shadow. Where's my shadow? All right, shadow. Click glow. See that? Okay. Can you see that? Glow. All right. So there's a shadow here, but you can't see. You can't see. Okay. Very light shadow. Let's undo first so that you can see again. I'm going to undo. Control Z. Control Z. Okay. Can you see that? Okay. So now I'm going to add an effect. Effect. I'm going to go to my shadow. Some of it you may not have because you need to install. Go down below here, and just click on it, it will install. All right, so I'm going to go to my shadow, watch what happens, click shadow. So it's taking very long. Okay, something is wrong. Delete. Let's try again. I'm going to refresh. Okay, changes. It's okay. Reload. Okay, I'm going to refresh it. Okay. All right. So let's start again. So let's go to my photo. All right. And then I'm going to go to my flowers. Yep. Okay. I'm going to click my flower effects. Okay. Okay. It's taking time to load because I've got a lot of this stuffs. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, I want this to glow out, all right? I want this to glow out, okay? It's taking a bit time. Okay, never mind, let's wait while it's loading. Okay, let's check again. Is it up? It's taking a long time to load. Okay, so let's do something else first. Okay, let's do something else first. Now, I want to also show you elements next. Now, many of you are not using the elements well. The elements are very useful, all right? So I'm going to show you that now. Let me just show you something. So I'm going to see all here. This is elements. These are very useful. Okay, right? Okay, so I'm going to take it here. This is very useful. Okay, I have this. I've got three parts here. I've got three parts. So what I'm going to do is I can actually put three photos. Can you see that? So here I can actually put my text, right? Or I can put a flower if you want to, or I can put something else. You see that? And here I can actually put a color. Right? So this is very useful element if you want to show three different things. Now let's remove this thing. I'm going to show another element. Okay. Okay. Let's go into another element. All right. So let's take this. Okay. This is another one. Because many of your photos and flyers that you have been doing, many of you don't even use all this. So I'm just wondering why. Okay, so let's take another photo of mine. Let's take an upload. So since I'm talking about, let's say Sister Shivani is talking about women's violence maybe. So I put Sister Shivani's face here, all right? And then I can actually put something else here if I want to. So this is one way to arrange. Make it smaller if you want to. You see that? Now, then if you don't want this part, if you don't want this part, it's okay. Just click white. Done. So in this way, what have you done? You have done a part face here, all right, where you want to explain. Now let's create something different. I'm going to put a rectangle. So I'm going to create, you need to be creative and different. I'm going to bring it here. Okay, bring it over here. And then I'm going to right click, send backward. Here, or send backward. So here I can actually put my text. All right. So this is, I can put my text here. Okay. So this is one way to do it. All right. Or if not, you can make it bigger. Okay. Or put another color here. So let's do it this properly. Okay. So now what happens? This is white. So now I'm going to change it to, it looks like one piece. Can you see? So this is how you can actually create like a torn piece of paper. So very useful. Then you can put your text here, whatever text here. So that's good enough. So you need to be creative, come up with different designs. Don't just do the same old stuff because many of you are just sending to me what you did in the first 2 weeks, the same thing. And you're very happy about that. but they have to keep improving. See, you have to keep doing new stuffs, different stuffs. It's nice for you, but it may not be nice for the people who are going to read, because they might have seen all this. So we need to upgrade our thinking and upgrade our way of doing things. Okay. All right. So this is one way to use elements. Can you see that? Okay. Let me show you one more element. Okay. Now, if you go down, let's take a look. Let's see all of us. Maybe you didn't know this. Okay, so let's say I take a M. Okay, I can even upload a photo inside the M. Can you see that? So you can actually create a lot of stuffs. So this is why am I telling you all this? Because when you put something up in the video, there's two things which is going to attract people. Number one, a good content. Number two is how attractive it is. The first 15 minutes, especially in YouTube, people will decide whether they want to know or they don't want to listen to you. Same thing with FP. When you put up something, the first 15 minutes as they're reading it or seeing it, if your content and it's not attractive, both has got an effect. So all these are useful techniques for you to use. All right. You need to explore and think differently from time to time. Okay. All right. So let's go back to our flower just now. Hope it's okay. It's working. Okay. It's back. All right. I'm going to put a shadow here. Right. So is this okay? I hope you're okay with this kind of technique. So hopefully in the coming week, you can give me things like this, all right? Rather than doing the same old moving video with just a simple text inside. No, it has to be more than that. So now you can put your video inside here. Can you see? Put your video inside here in a broken piece. So the video will look half broken. That's very interesting. Rather than having a full square video. All right, so be creative like this. Okay, so let's go to our flower. Okay, glow. Okay, it's already glowing. All right, but you can't see. Now I'm going to go to my effect. Let's go to effect. Where am I? Sorry, again, my mistake. Okay, the glow. All right, there's a shadow. Okay, shadow. All right, good. Now, so now I've clicked shadow twice. Can you see that? So now it becomes thicker. Click one more time shadow, it becomes even thicker. So why are we doing this? Now let's click it again. All right, let's click it again. All right, so I'm going to click this again. See here, watch. Effect. I'm going to go to my shadow again. Click it further. All right, so now, all right, again, where is it? But this time I want to click it and adjust it differently. Okay, now the shadows here, the glow. Click glow. Okay, can you see it became even more lifted up. So now the flower looks very real. So this kind of pictures will make your flyer really uplifting, very interesting for people to see. All right, now let's move on here. Now I'm going to click click here. Can you see this part here? This part. There's some controls there. I'm going to click it. Now you need to adjust. All right, you can increase the blur. See what you like. Do you like this? If you don't like, you can go backward. Then you can increase your transparency. You become even black. You can also increase your size if you want to, but I don't like that. So let's maintain the size. Can you see? You can play around like this. Okay. So I leave that to you, but it's very useful, very, very nice because it like so vivid, so real. All right. So try that out. I want you to try this out. You can even try this with a human being. So let's try this with a human being now. Okay. So I'm going to add one more piece of paper page. I'm going to take this person here. All right. I'm going to take this person. But before that, I'm going to put a dark background. I'm going to put a dark background. Let's put a dark background. Okay. The background is here. Can you see that? Now, if you look at sometimes in the YouTube, the thumbnail, you know, the small pictures for you to choose which video you want. The thumbnail sometimes will have a white line around the person. I hope you have seen that. Can you see? I'm going to show you how to create that because some of you might be putting things on the YouTube. All right. Or also we can do it here. Now let's take a look. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to click this. I'm going to put effect. Okay, I'm going to put effect. All right. I'm going to scroll down. And then again, I'm going to go into shadows, shadow. All right, shadow. I click shadow. Now already click shadow. I'm going to click it again. I'm going to click it again. Click again. All right. Now I'm going to change the color here to white because that's how you see it in YouTube. Please take a look. When you go to YouTube again, the thumbnail. Do you know what's a thumbnail? The small pictures which tells you which video to select. I'm going to choose this to white. There's a white line. Can you see a white line? All right. I'm going to blur 0. I'm going to increase transparency. And then I'm going to increase the size. Done. This is how people put their thumbnail. Can you see? Have you seen this? Sometimes they show like that. Can you see? And then they'll say, what is the title and so on of the YouTube. So this is how you make a thumbnail. Very useful thumbnail. All right. So I hope you're okay. All right. So now let me take you out from here. Let me save this first. You don't have to, it's automatically saved, but you can save it here. Now let me just go out of here. I want to show you one more thing. Now, if you click templates, look at this, okay? Template here, template, everything comes up. Can you see everything that you need is here, cards, even YouTube intro. Can you see that? YouTube intro. So let's click YouTube intro. Right? You can choose any one of them, but I'm going to choose a blank, okay? So this is the thumbnail. If you're uploading Baba's videos, you need to create a thumbnail. So I'm going to choose a background. Now, when you're doing it in YouTube, remember, since I'm already on YouTube touching it, now statistics tells you, right? Let's go out here for a while. Okay, let me just take you out from here. Okay, who's that? Okay. Okay, all right. Now this is the thumbnail. Thumbnail. When a thumbnail comes out, example, you say, let's type, how to, this how to word is the most used word in YouTube. How to meditate. See, okay, click. Right, okay. These are all called the thumbnails. Statistics tells us that, let's click something, all right?
Today we're going to talk about
statistics that YouTube has said, people will normally choose the first 5. The first 5 is what they normally choose, according to statistics. Very few people will actually scroll down. They will, but the moment they look at the first 5, whichever thumbnail looks very interesting, they go for that. So this is one of the points that you need to be able to use to attract people to your YouTube site. Are you okay? So the thumbnail is absolutely important, all right? How it is going to attract people. So if you have a list of videos, your thumbnail must be quite different, outstanding, different, so that people, YouTube will put it up and it's easy for people to pick yours instead of others. All right, so that's how we should design Baba's thumbnails. All right, okay, so let's go back to our, okay, so let's go back here. All right, so let's go back here and I'm going to put this background as black. Okay, we'll come back to that in YouTube. But remember, we are now creating a thumbnail. Now, why am I talking about thumbnail? Because many of BKs, they put the videos in the YouTube, and the YouTube is more like a library. They just stock their videos there, and then they just forget about it. They're not concerned whether people come to see it or not. It's no point. It looks more like a library to me. Okay, so if you're having a YouTube, especially in smaller countries, all right, smaller countries, then we must be able to attract people to come to the site. Then it's serving the function. If not, it's just more like a library. Okay, so now let me put this again. Where's the photo of the person again? All right, yeah, okay, okay. You have let me choose one photo. We're going to go back to this person again. What did I do? All right. So let's say you are now talking about how to solve problem easily. That you are a guru of problem solving, and you want to put up YouTube videos on problem solving. So you put this picture of this guy and then effects. All right. So I'm going to put a shadow on him. All right. Try it out. Okay. Try it out. Shadow. So remember our shadow comes here. All right. Shadow. So glow first. All right. It's glowing. Then I click again on it so that I get this thing. I'm going to blur 0, transparency 100. Okay. And then I'm going to change the color, whatever color you like, that's fine. You want yellow? That's also fine. Okay. So this is how people do it in YouTube. So now, since this part is flat, can you see this part is flat here? I'm going to push this person. So it's more natural. All right. Then you can put something here. Okay. So this is creating thumbnails. I hope you're okay. All right. Good. So okay with that. Good. So let's erase all this thing. Let's go out again. And let's choose something else. Okay. I'm going to choose my company brochure, because there's only one page there. Okay. We have another program called Taming the Dragon. All right, Taming the Dragon, coming up very soon on 10th of August. I've done a simple brochure, just testing it up. Okay. It's about doubt, worry, and fear. All right. So we are telling people, don't worry. Okay. So this is the 3 brochures: Taming the 3 Dragons of Doubt, Worry, and Fear. This program is for young professionals program. Okay. And okay, now what I want to do is I want people to click here, I want people to click somewhere here and go somewhere else. All right. So what I can do is I'm going to say here, okay, I'm going to say click on the dragon. Click on the dragon. Or click here. Click here to register. Okay, click here to register. All right, so see, this is what you can do. Okay, done. All right, so let's make this small. Okay, highlighted, all highlighted. I'm clicking here so it becomes center. Again, click, okay, center. All right, so click here to register, example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this thing, okay? And then I'm going to go to, where is it? All right, so I'm going to click add a PDF, not here, sorry. I'm going to click here and I'm going to go to this part here. Can you see this part? This is link. This is different. This is sharing. I'll show you again. Link. So here you write what website or what Google document. Let's see, anything comes out here. Nothing comes out. All right. So put a Google document or whatever, or even your FB page. Even your FB page. All right. So let's say you put your FB page here, which is very useful. Because now when they click here, let's say you don't have a website. So either you put your Instagram here, Instagram link, or your FB link. Okay. Now let me just put, since I don't have a link now, so I'm going to put, okay, again, my company name, .com.my. Okay. That's it. Can you see that? So once I apply, it's underlined, which means it's already clickable. If you click this, it's going to take you to the website. Let's say you don't want the line here. You don't want the line. Just go to the line where don't want underline. Done. But not necessary. You must click a word. You can even click the photo. See, you can even click the photo and then link the photo. That means you can say, click the dragon in the middle. I mean, if you want to be funny, if you want to be a bit entertaining, click the dragon's eye to take you to somewhere. So they click here. So what you do is you just click on the photo and then you link the photo. The whole photo becomes a link. Can you see that? So this is how. Click here to go to Zoom example. So you don't have to put your Zoom ID, because sometimes we'll put Zoom ID here, which is so long. All those unnecessary. Make it simple and short. Click here to register. Click here for Zoom ID. Click here for whatever, all right? Whatever. Or click here to download your whatever material, all right? Anything is possible, all right? And then just link it. So that's how we do it. Okay, so this is one way of doing things. I hope you're okay. So this is very useful, clickable PDF link. Okay, all right. So I hope you're okay with that. Next part, is there anything else which I missed? Okay, so let's go out from here. All right, let's go out from here. Okay, one more thing which I need to show you on Canva before we move to Filmora. Okay, now this is a brochure which I did. All right. Now, what I would like you to think this way from now onwards. Let's say you have done a brochure. Okay. How do you know it's nice or not? You see, for some people, they say, wow, it's nice. For some people will say, not so nice. Definitely it's going to happen like that. And you can't do anything about it because different people have got different color taste. So remember, we don't have one brochure. All right, we're going to have many, many brochures. Like this program is on 16th of September. It's on 16th of September. And so, all right, there are a lot of stuffs here. There's so much of information here. Now, you need to think carefully when you're doing marketing. Now, this kind of brochure, we do not send or we do not put in WhatsApp when you have 2 months ahead, because now 16 September is the program. Now it's first week of July, August. We have more than 2 months. So if you send this kind of stuff, people are not interested. So in the initial stages, your brochures will have less information, but more focused, where people will immediately capture 1 or 2 things. So you need to think this way. That means this week there will be 3 brochures, but it's not detailed. So on the first day, let's say Monday, all right, I'm going to only post these 2 things, 1, 2, that's all. That's all in the FB with the date, 16 September, finished. Or not even the date, forget it. Why? I just want people to know about CAN. CAN is what? Who is CAN? Emotional immunity. Who is CAN? Emotional immunity. This is called advertising. So most people don't understand advertising. They will put every information on one single brochure. And then they expect people to read it. Actually, it will never happen, because that's not the way it works. All right. You see, so the advertisement is very simple. If you have enough time, you make a link. CAN means emotional immunity. CAN, brother CAN, emotional. CAN, emotional. CAN, emotional. That's how it works. So for the first week, my 3 brochures, which I put in FB or anywhere, is going to talk about these 2 only, linking. So anytime people see emotion, CAN. Anytime people see CAN, emotion. See, the brain links. The brain cannot link multiple things because it's tamo pradhan. We have lost our 16 degrees, all right? So it's very tamo pradhan. It cannot link multiple things. It can only link 2 or 3 maximum at any point of time in that 8-10 seconds. So therefore, if you are advertising or marketing, please don't put a whole page of information like what I've done. This is a total ineffective way. I'm criticizing myself because I did this. Can you see? But the purpose of doing this was to tell you this is what most people do. And it will bore people or keep people away. All right. So remember, when people see, they can only absorb 2 or 3 information in one go. Now you need to think, what is the information I want them to absorb in the first week? But let's say you have only 2 or 3 more days and you no choice, you're doing marketing. Then you have no choice. You put the entire thing. Because you have no choice, you have no time. That's when the whole page goes, when you have 2 or 3 days to go. Are you okay? Are you thinking like you need to think like an advertiser? You need to think like a strategic person who knows the mind of other people. Remember, the mind of all these people are very weak and they cannot focus. According to statistics, which I can show you now in a short while, it's only 8 seconds that they can focus on one point of thing. One point. All right. I'll show you this shortly after we have traffic control. Let's go to traffic control. Okay. Let me stop sharing. Okay. Okay, since I told you, I'll take you to, okay, I want to show you about Google image. Just take a few minutes. All right. So I'm going to take you to image and human focus. Let's put focus, mind focus. No, human mind, human focus, 8 seconds. Hope it comes up. Good. I hope you can see this thing. This is, please take a look. Microsoft has also done a research, and this is the research. Can you see this tag? Yeah, you can. In 2000, the human being had 12 seconds of focus. That's it. This is what I'm trying to tell you. When you teach people online, if within 12 seconds, there's no change in the picture, something must happen. Either a text comes out, something moves, something, if there's no change, the focus will be gone. You've lost them. So teaching online, especially meditation, is super tough because you need to understand how these people think. Now look, the goldfish can think and focus longer than human beings now. That tells you how tamo pradhan the mind has become. See, now. From 12 seconds dropped to 8 seconds. Which means people want to keep change thinking every 8 seconds. It's a very good picture. Please clip it and show it, especially when you teach people or, when you're sharing something, all right? Which means we have lost to the goldfish. Okay, what it means? That means if you go in front of a goldfish in an aquarium and put a worm in front of the goldfish outside the mirror, outside the glass, the goldfish can actually look at it for 9 seconds before it moves away. That's what it means. All right, let me close this, okay? Okay, good. So let's close this up. Okay, let's come back here. Now, let's make some modification here. Okay, where are we? This is something I've done. Can you see? This, I've put can here. Let's remove all this. Remove. And the flowers removed. Look at this. Now, some people will like this and some people will like this. But how do we know who likes what? So this is why we have to have every 3 days once, every 2 days once, FB especially, you have to put it up. But if you post the same thing, that is called spamming. Each time you post, the message, the value, what they get from that post is different. See, so that's how we change spam. Can you see, this is the photo I taught you just now in PowerPoint. Can you see how I've done it? And I've put it here. So this is very useful if you want to put your own photos like this. This is the image we did just now in PowerPoint. Can you see? I have done one here. But here there's no soft. I just put a border. Easy. All right. Now, so this, for me, this looks nice. All right, but I have not completed. Now let's make some modifications, okay? All right, so this is actually a video, all right? Now let's take a look.
Hi everyone. In my upcoming talk on emotional immunity, I'll share some insights into this vitally important topic. There's so much going on in the world around us, and it's so easy to get caught up in situations and relationships, and these can end up making us very vulnerable emotionally. And there's no use trying to numb ourselves against whatever we're feeling.
Okay, good. Now, I won't say this is good or bad, because as I said, everybody has got different taste. You see that? Now, however, once you have done a brochure like this, I want you to do something else. Watch what I'm doing. Because every time you do something, you feel very proud of yourself, but actually you need to challenge your thinking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this button here, which is duplicate. So I've now duplicated 2, all right? Now I'm going to change this. Watch, I'm going to change this. Let's make it bigger. Okay. I'm going to change this to background white. Now let's make it smaller. Maybe smaller. For some of you, this might sound nicer because it's not so colorful. All right. Now, this is how you challenge yourself. That means you do 2 brochures and then you start comparing and then you think which one will look better. All right. Don't immediately take the first one. Now, I'm going to change this background to also white. Let's watch again. All right. I'm going to make it bigger. Okay. So I'm going to make this background. Now, another problem you might face, watch, when I highlight this, the front part is highlighted. For me to click the back is very difficult. So what I do, after I've highlighted this, you see, after I've highlighted this, all you have to do is press Control and click again. Watch, I've highlighted. Now press Control and click again, it goes behind. Again, did you get it? Now, I click the front, right? But for me to click behind looks very difficult. So all you have to do is press Control and click again, it goes behind. Now I'm going to change the color to white. Of course, you can't see anything. Now I'm going to click the text again and make it black. Black is here, black. Okay, good. Now let's see which one looks nicer. Can you see? For some people, this will look nicer. It doesn't matter, all right? So this is all what we call as color contrast, color play, whatever you call it. But you need to test it out and see which is best. You okay? All right. Now, let's go into this part here, all right? Zoom. Can you see zoom? All right. Now, you see, this is a very complete brochure. All right, as I said, you don't have to post this kind in the beginning itself. All right, now zoom, click here. Can you see that? I've already done a link here. So when they click, it's going to take them to the Zoom. But for those who are having a QR code, they can also scan this. Because when they scan, it will take them to the Facebook. I'm giving them 3 options. If you don't do all this, on that day, click Zoom. It will come straight. But if you want to read more, you can click my Facebook page, not Facebook posting, Facebook page. Facebook page is different. Then if you don't want to do that, okay, you can just WhatsApp me and ask me more. This is one way to get people to, what do you call, take action. Are you okay? Now, my date is very small. Why? Some of you, when you send your brochure to me, you put your date very big. That's okay. But we still have 2 months. People will forget the date. So I want their attention to go more on the content, on the speaker, on the title. I want them to remember the title. All right. So this is psychology of advertising. So when you're doing things like this, you need to think from the receiver. Whoever is receiving your material, you must think from their point of view. Are you okay with that? All right, good. So I think more or less I've covered Canva. All right. If you have any question, please put it now. I'll read now. Okay. Okay. Correct. Somebody is asking me, it's not a good idea to have a QR code on a digital advertisement. Exactly. You know why? Because if they are reading in a mobile, they can't scan it. They cannot scan it. All right. So you have to give them few options if you want to put a QR code. All right. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. Correct. All right. Because it's very difficult if it's on their own mobile. All right. So that's very difficult. So give them a few options like this if you have to. All right. Or click somewhere. Okay. Good. Okay, so this is not necessarily Zoom. It can be anywhere. It can take them anywhere. Remember, I just put Zoom here. Okay, good. Okay, so that is good. Finished. So let's jump over to somewhere else. Okay, good. Now next, let's go out from here. Now next, let's close all this. I want to show you one more part. Okay, I'm going to take you to FB. Looks like Fulmora has to go tomorrow. Okay. All right. Okay. Now this is my homepage, but this one, my profile, but I hardly use it, as I told you. All right. So, however, I can create pages. I can create pages. All right. Okay. I've got 2 pages here. One is called emotional immunity. Now, how do you create a page? Some of you don't know. Now go here, click a page. It's very important that you have good page. Click a page. Can you see? You can actually have a page. You don't have to have one page. You can have many pages, which means every program you make, you can have one page if you want to. Nobody's stopping you. That means it's like each page is like a business page if you want to. Okay. If not, you can just have one single page. Brahma Kumaris. If you don't want Brahma Kumaris, you put your picture here, your page, and then you can put all your posts here where people will be attracted to come here. I'll show you that in a short while. Let's go back. Okay, so now let's click emotional immunity. I have done something like this. This is just testing only, all right? Okay, so I've put this picture here. Something is this picture will tell. All right, this is my username. The username is useful because when they click, all right. Now, look at this. I want to show you this. When you click here, when you click your page, there's an address here. This copy, and this is what you must put in your Canva. Remember your Canva? Sorry, again. All right, you put on your click here if you don't have a website. Then when they click that, immediately they will come here. They're coming to your business page. And this page is not properly set up, all right? I did not set up yet, okay, because this is my profile. So this is not Baba's page yet. Then you fill up all those and you start putting whatever information that you need. So I want you to explore this, especially for those who have not explored. I've actually seen one of the pages, Sister Aruna's page. Okay, I saw her page, which was quite interesting. Okay, Sister Aruna. There. Baba's sweet child. Can you see? She has done a page, and I think it's excellent. She has more than 5,000 followers, and she cannot add any more follower because maximum already. All right. Okay. So now take a look at what Sister Aruna has done. Very complete. Can you see all whatever? You can put Jayanti bands. You can speak your own. You can put Sister Shivani's. You can whatever you want. Whatever you want. When people come here, they will only see yours. Can you see? This is why we need a page, a business page. When you go to a profile, this is my company profile, but actually I didn't do anything much at all right? Okay, it's more for testing. Now let's go back here. When you are here in front, all kinds of things will come, and it's very distracting, all right? It's very distracting. However, when people actually go to your particular, let's go back to Sister Aruna. Where is she? All right, must thank Sister Aruna because I could actually show you her pages. All right, I see. So this is what each one of us put a nice photo here. And then if you are the sole, if this profile is yours, put your page. All right. Now, then you put all the videos here. That means when people click the link, which just now you took, remember? All right. Here you can't see the link because this page doesn't belong to us. Sister Aruna is the administrator. So she is administrator here. All right. So they will automatically come here. Now, some of you already know this, but some don't know. So that is why I'm actually showing you this. But okay, let's take a look at another one. All right. Home. Now let's go to, no, sorry again. Brahma Kumaris Malaysia. Let's take a look at Brahma Kumaris Malaysia's page. All right. So, okay, we have something here. But it is still empty. Can you see? Which means we are we are depending on our front post, the main post. That's where we are posting. But we are not attracting people to come here to read. Because remember, the function of Facebook is trying to make their Facebook as one place, one site for everything. Even their website, they say, we don't want your website. Make this as your website. That's what Facebook's aim is. So they're giving you all this stuff, and I would really, really like you to explore, especially people who have never explored this stuff. Can you see, like how Sister Aruna did? All right, go back again and look at Sister Aruna's work. All right, again, let's go back. All right, I want you to copy her exactly wherever you can, because the fastest way to progress is to copy, and we copy Brahma Baba, correct? Copycat. Copying is the fastest way to become successful. You need to copy somebody who has done it. That's the basic law in business. So now this amazing sister has done something for us to learn from. She's from Kuwait, I think. Yeah, she's from Kuwait. Can you see? She has 5,000 followers close, and she can't add any more. All the information she has put. All right, can you see? Everything she is put here. Whatever we click, see? All right. So, and then what is this? She herself is giving a talk. That's good because she's managing it. So can you understand this? So I want you to explore building something like this. Okay. All right. So this is very important. So today we have covered, wow. All right. What have we covered? We have covered Canva. We have covered a little bit of PowerPoint. I've covered QR code. I've touched the FB. I've touched the QR. Yeah, done. So tomorrow, let's finish it off. All right. I'm going to complete the Filmora, and then we will finish the YouTube. Okay. All right. So I've been postponing the YouTube stuff. All right. Because the Filmora is still very important, because there are few things which I've not shown you, which is incredibly useful. Okay. All right. So let's close this thing. Okay. Thank you to Sister Aruna. All right. And I'm going to close this up. Okay. Okay. Any question you have? Oh, Aruna sister is here. Somebody just said, oh, thank you, Sister Aruna. All right. Thank you so much. Although you are sitting there, but your web page is already servicing and helping Baba's children to a great extent. All right. And somebody is telling me I have not taught paint. Thank you for reminding me. I've also must cover paint tomorrow. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. Somebody is asking, can clickable link file be shared as image or PDF only? Okay, since I have few more minutes, I will show you the PDF now. Okay, all right, let me just show you the PDF. Hang on, all right, okay. Right now, see what I'm going to do. I'm going to share this with you. Okay, I'm going to open my PDF. Everybody is seeing my PDF? Okay, all right. Sorry. Okay, you're seeing my PDF. Good. My PDF looks different because you are probably using Adobe Reader. Adobe Reader is for reading only. But Adobe Acrobat Pro DC, I've got a free copy version. If you want, I can pass it to you. The only problem is free because it's in Russian language. And after installing, you need to click and change the Russian language. But it's free lifetime. It's free because it's Russian language. I think the European community didn't want it. So they gave it free, I think. Okay, it doesn't matter. Now, take a look at this, all right? So this is Acrobat, okay? If you have it, it's good. It can do a lot of things. Now, I'm going to click on one of my brochures. Okay, can you see that? Okay, I'm going to make it small. Now, clickable versions normally can be done on PDF only. But if you want clickable for image, then you have to post it in FB. Direct posting. You can't take it out as an image. Now, see how I do it. All right, very simple. Let's say I want this image, this face, or this zoom here to be clickable. See, right now, can you see? It's clickable. See, when I bring here, it's clickable because this is already done in Canva. It's already done in Canva. All right. So this is what I mean. It's clickable. All right. So this is not clickable, but this is clickable. This is not clickable, not clickable. This is already done in Canva. But if you want to do it in PDF, then you have to use Acrobat. Okay. So I'm not going to do it. I'm just showing you this today. Why? Because you see, this is the proof that it's now clickable. Let's click and see where it goes. All right. I'm going to click this thing. Can you see what's happening? You can't see because it's opening somewhere else. Wait, let me show you what has it opened. It has now opened. When I click that, it actually opened my website. This website was open. All right. Okay. So this is the link which was in the PDF. All right. So I'm going to stop the share. Okay. Go back to the Acrobat. So when I click this, it took me to my website. Are you okay? All right. Okay. So any other questions, let me know. If not, can we, somebody's asking, can we have two different links for Zoom and video? Exactly. You can. You can have even three links. That means here you put Zoom. Here you put registration form. Here you put something else and up to you. So you have four different things. Whoever has got whichever facility to click, they will click and go there. Try it out, test it out. All right. You test it out, whichever works. But sometimes when it's too much also may look very congested. Okay, I'll leave that to you. Okay, it's possible. Removing Filmora watermark. You need to install the new version. But however, if you want to do it what do you call the other way of doing things, let me just quickly share with you. All right. Okay. Then the not so nice way of doing things is this. Okay. Now go to a Power Soft. Watermark remover. They will remove the watermark for you. If it's in your phone, you download the app, all right, or you can actually do it online. Okay, they give free, but this is look for something else. All right, so they have many watermark remover, all right, which you can look and remove. You can almost remove any watermark. It will just look a bit blur on your photo. But the best way to remove what you call PDF, watermarks is to install the new version which I gave you. Okay, so you must do that. Can we use Google Slides instead of PowerPoint? It's up to you. Okay, all right. Please share Russian Adobe Acrobat Pro. Okay, I shall do that. Okay, good. All right. So how to get ruler on Canva? Okay, we don't have we have grid on Canva, which probably I'll tell you tomorrow. Okay, thank you so much. Brother Peru is not here today, so we will finish with a song. Thank you so much. All right, all of you. So we will meet again tomorrow at 4 p.m. All right. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.